Alrighty guys, now with the Xbox sales continuing to tank and everything we are seeing, I think next generation, not this generation, but I believe next generation will be Xbox's last stand. I think it's pretty obvious. Now they are, of course, putting their games on the PlayStation 5 and Switch, but I still believe they're going to keep those core first-party titles. They're going to stay locked up as of now on the Xbox, like Gears of War, a new Halo, or something like that, the Indiana Jones game coming out. I think those games are going to stay locked up on the Xbox. But Xbox, they're going all in next generation. They're going in with a handheld from what we have read. They're coming out with a console that's going to also use the cloud to help the games look better. I just saw an article about that. So they're doing all kinds of stuff. They're giving it all next generation. Now this generation, I don't know if they have anything left. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what kind of Xbox they're coming out with, to go against the PlayStation 5 Pro. But they're going to come out with something. But I believe Xbox, they have that one last, they're like, we've lost money ever since, we've been making systems. We've just lost millions. They probably have lost billions of dollars. I'm sorry. They probably have lost billions, not millions. And, of course, they got the backing of Microsoft. And any other company like Sony or Nintendo, they would have been out of business. They have, this is their main bread and butter. Nintendo and Sony, their bread and butter is gaming. But now Sony does have movies and stuff like that. But Microsoft, they've got so much money, it's just ridiculous. If you look at their earnings, look at the money they have in the bank, they can keep supporting the Xbox, and keep losing on it. But I believe they're tired of losing. That's what I believe. So, I believe Game Pass is going to be here to stay. I believe that's still going to be their staple. They're still going to believe in Game Pass. And we're going to see it, of course, with the new Hellblade game coming out. The power of Game Pass is still something Sony cannot match right now. Just imagine your first-party games coming out day one. Just imagine God of War if you have the PlayStation Plus package. Just imagine playing a new God of War game or any of their first-party games like Spider-Man 2. Just imagine us playing that on day one if you have Game Pass or PlayStation Now. Now, that's what Sony, they're not going to do that because it's obvious Microsoft is losing a fortune doing this with Game Pass. You can look at the numbers. They don't lie. So, as of now, Sony and Nintendo, they're going to keep putting out their $60, $70 games, buy them digitally or physically, and they're going to keep it going. They're going to keep the business model going the way it is. But Xbox, I give them credit. They are trying to change things up with the Game Pass and everything. But I believe this next generation, this is going to be it for Xbox. Make or break. It's going to be interesting to see how good their handheld is. I believe they'll get all kinds of third-party games on that system. The third-party games will help sell the handheld by itself. If their handheld is real good, better than, of course, I think it's going to be better than the Steam Deck or the Switch 2, I believe, because we're going to see the Switch 2 next year, and then we're probably not going to see the Xbox handheld for a couple years, maybe 3 years after that. So, it may come out sooner, I don't know, but we're going to see the Xbox handheld. I think that's going to be the key driving in sales will be the handheld. And people will be like, well, I can play it also on my Xbox console. And again, if I looked online and I saw a video from Digital Foundry where they said that Xbox wants to use the cloud to help make its games look better. Use power from the cloud, like generate stuff, like generate so much of the game online and somehow let it play through the Xbox. You can watch the video. I'll leave a link below for the full explanation, but they're going to mix it with console and cloud, which I don't like that because cloud gaming just doesn't seem to work for me, and I have great internet. So internet's going to have to improve a lot more than what it is. My internet's great, and I still struggle with playing the PlayStation Portal and playing, games like that with the Portal and just streaming games. Try to stream the game straight through. I still have trouble with it. And I've got great internet. So that has to be fixed. But overall, we're going to see this is Xbox's last stand coming. This is it. This is their last hope. I believe that. Now it's probably going to be 2027 or 28, maybe 26, who knows. I think they're going to also try to get a jump on Sony, put out a system sooner. But we're going to see. You know, this is all just speculation. But they're going to give it one more good shot. They're going to go one more time. They're going to say, we got to try something different. Let's do what Nintendo, well, it's not different, but, you know, they're like, look how this worked for Nintendo with a hybrid console. So, we'll see. We'll see. And I don't believe Sony will be left in the dark. You know, if they do something like that, Sony may just follow suit and do a hybrid console. We may have the Switch 2, the PlayStation 6, and whatever the Xbox is called. They may all three be hybrid handheld systems. But again, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to one thing. Microsoft would not be in this spot right now if they had first-party games like Nintendo and Sony. You can keep trying to fix your problems with hardware, but I think Nintendo's pretty much proven hardware doesn't matter. You know how underpowered the Switch is, and as long as you have the games, that's all that matters. So we'll see what happens, and as always, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. We're going to see you, as always, next time. Have a great day, and remember, destiny is all. Toodles!